The work log was a great piece of functionality added to Maximo in version 6. It provided chronological and historical view of notes captured against a work order or service request. In previous versions, the record's long description field was the only mechanism for capturing notes. Work logs changed that to better organize how notes were captured, displayed, and reported on. As versions of Maximo progressed over time, more applications began adopting work logs to organize notes. Work logs are now present in purchase requisitions, purchase orders, and other record types. However, they are not present everywhere in Maximo just yet. This video will walk through how to configure work logs for other record types so that they too can have the benefits of organized chronological notes. Specifically, in this example, we will add work logs to location records in Maximo. Let's get started. The first step is to check the field lengths of the record key field on the work log table and the location field on the locations table. We'll start by navigating to the database configuration application. We're first going to look up the work log object and navigate to the attributes tab. From there, we'll filter to see the record key. You'll notice that the record key has a field length of 10 characters. Up to 10 characters of data can be stored in that field. Next, we'll look up the locations object and search for the location attribute. You'll see here that the field length is 12 characters. This means that a location field that has 12 characters would not be able to fit into a record key field that has 10 characters. Since we're going to be storing location information in the record key field in the work log table, we'll need to lengthen that work log record key field to 12 characters to accommodate. So to do that, we'll go back to the work log table, locate the record key field, and simply change its length to 12. From here, we'll save the record, and then navigate back to the List tab in order to perform a database configuration. We'll start by managing administration mode and turning admin mode on. Okay, now that admin mode is on, we'll apply the configuration changes. Okay, now that configuration changes have been applied, we'll turn admin mode back off. And we're done with step 1. The next step is to add a relationship to the locations object that relates a location to its related work logs. To do that, what we'll do is we'll locate the locations object and navigate to the relationships tab. You'll see here a list of all of the different tables that locations can relate to. And what we'll want to do is add a new row to relate locations to work logs. The name of our relationship will be called work log. Our where clause is going to be record key equals : location. Important to have the colon in front of the location in order to bind the current location field to the record key. Class of location, and we'll want to match on the site ID field as well. Our child object is work log, and we'll type something meaningful into the remarks field. And we'll save the record. And now we have a relationship between locations and work log. The next step is to add our screen changes. This is where the fun really begins. To do this, I'm going to navigate to the Application Designer application, and we're going to find our location application. We're going to export the application definition. Make sure your pop-up blocker is disabled, and save the resulting XML to the hard drive. Then going to edit this XML file. And I'm going to want to take a set of XML here, an entire tab, and paste it into the tab group here in my XML file. So what I'm looking for here is the last tab in the main tab group, which is our BIM Viewer 3D View tab. After that tab, I'm going to paste this in. You can find this in our blog article on the A3J Group website. Line it up. Now, the key elements here are, number one, this header section. The header section is for describing the primary key of the object and is usually shown on all of the different tabs associated with a given record. In our case, we're showing the location and the site ID. If you decide to put your work log against a different object, you'll have to make sure that the other primary key is shown here. In the next section here, we have a table with a relationship called work log. This was created in the previous step. We've also added a table column here to be able to delete work logs. This may or may not be something that you want to allow, or possibly even make it conditionally allowed based on security groups. The rest of the elements here should be good to go. So what I'm going to do is save this record, come back into my application designer, and press the Import Application Definition button. Choose the file that I just saved. Click OK. And now we have a log tab. And you'll see here what it looks like. We have our location definition up top, followed by our work log down below. The next step is to add an automation script in order to link the two records together. The automation script will, on add the class information and record key to the work log table from the related location. So I'm going to navigate to the automation scripts application. And from the More Actions menu, I'm going to hover over Create, and I'm going to choose the Script option. I'm going to name this script worklog.new, which is very important. When you name a script, the object name .new, that triggers Maximo to fire immediately upon add of a new record, in this case, a new work log. I give my script a description. Script language would be Python. Log level will be error, and we want to make sure our script is active. As for the source code, I have it here. Again, you can find this source code on our blog article on a3jgroup.com. Come back over and paste that source code in. Now you can see what it's doing here. It's getting the owner MBO, and what that is it should relate back to the parent location. So what we're saying here is if there is an owner and that owner is based on locations, then go ahead and set the class field to location as a hard-coded string, and set the record key field equal to the location on the location record. We're going to go ahead and click Create. Automation script was created successfully. Now, the next step is for us to test our solution. So what we're going to do is navigate to the locations application and locate a location. In this case, we'll locate the first one here in the Maximo demo database, address unit number 2001. You'll notice that we have a log tab now. So when I click on that log tab, I have my work logs. When I click new row, you can see what happens is I get a work log here that I can fill out. It has a record key of adder 2001 and a class of location as dictated by the automation script that we just created. I'll fill out some details. Make it viewable and save the record. And now this work log is part of this location. That's it. That's how we add work logs to any object in Maximo. For more information, visit our website at a3jgroup.com and talk to you soon. Thanks.